The farm was a wasteland of chaos, beer trees, and gimps. A place where the weak got stomped, the strong got praised, and the rats ruled all. No one knew how it had come to this, but no one cared either. This was a place of disorder, a battleground of absurdity where only the wildest survived. And it was in Blackall, the third world desert wasteland where cattle mutated from drinking bore water, and kids grew up with 3 teeth and a hatred for literacy. No water, no future, just gimps and durries. James Fagstrong stood at the edge of the farm, his thick glasses slipping down his nose, fists clenched, jaw tight, his weak arm trembling from the sheer force of his own anger. He hated them, hated every last one of them, the gimps, the rats, the absolute disgrace that this farm had become. He wasn't like them. He refused to be. And yet he was. He bellowed, voice cracking through the dry Blackall air. The gimps barely reacted. They had grown too powerful. Then came Pam Settison, the sickest, maddest shagger around. 5 beers in each hand, always, any fewer, and he would drop dead on the spot. He was one with the land, one with the sand, one with the durry. But Pam had a secret. Pam was a 4'2" gimp with a lesbo haircut. Every day, without fail, Pam would stomp through the farm, eyes burning with fury, beer sloshing over his knuckles, looking for gimps to yell at, pretending he wasn't one of them. "Shut up, Gimp, just go away, nobody likes you." But the gimps never left. Then there was Henry Gimp Fagman, hair everywhere, arms, neck, forehead, a full carpet creeping down his back. His biggest issue? He never got off his computer, never. Sat there, nose buried in the screen, fingers twitching, only pausing long enough to take another deep inhale of gasoline straight from the can. Absolute gimp behavior. Probably never even left the house. "Gladman, you drongo, drop the bloody petrol and get off the screen." "King, don't shoot Mepples," one screeched from the distance, standing on the roof of the tractor, twitching like a lunatic, eyes darting as he muttered to himself about enemies flanking B-point. Henry wasn't just a gimp. He was a full-blown petrol fiend. No one knew his real name, just Gimp Fagman. He barely spoke, just grunted. Rode through the farm on his rusted quad bike, bottle of rum clutched tight, eyes squinting against the sun. Some said he had seen too much. Others said he just liked to watch things burn. Always there when the chaos started. Never took sides. Just watched. Waiting. Sat in the same spot every day. Gulping petrol. Staring at nothing. Existing. "Glad fag, you filthy rat. You better not be sniffing again." Kingy howled, swinging a shovel at nothing in particular. Then he stopped, twitched violently, and started mumbling to himself about a sniper in the trees. Then came Jacob Carnage. "Oi, you pack of fools." He roared, eyes wild, chest heaving. Jacob thought he was in a secret underground gang. In reality, he was just another idiot surrounded by gimps all day. But that didn't stop him from talking in code, staring at people like they were informants and threatening violence over stolen durries. Then came Iron Rallon and Cody Heathwood, the Blackall fighters. Some said their rivalry was forged in the dust. Others said it was just the heat getting to them. Either way, they couldn't stop challenging each other. And when they weren't whispering threats, they were dueling. Real pistols, real bullets. No one knew why. They just did. Wild behavior. Probably ended every duel with a beer and a handshake. Boom! Gunfire echoed across the farm. Another duel. Another day in the middle of nowhere. Then, the love began. Rallon and Cody, bloodied and grinning, locked eyes across the dust. A smirk, a nod, and just like that, they vanished into the barn. Nobody spoke of what happened in there. Nobody dared. But when they emerged, shirts missing, breathing heavy, a single beer in hand, everyone knew. "Mad rooters," Pam muttered, shaking his head in something between admiration and disgust. Then, the sound of metal, grinding, crashing. King Don't Shoot Metal's one had arrived, the T-72. A tractor, his pride and joy, his war machine, came hurtling through the dirt, plowing through what little remained of the farm's dignity. He twitched at the wheel, muttering about attacking the D-point, eyes darting like a madman. Then, the fire started. A rat scurried too close to the wreckage. Kingy saw his chance. "Commander, fire south!" he shrieked, tossing a lit jerry can straight into the patch. The rats burned, the beer tree smoldered, the farm, the legacy, the history up in flames. But then, Rat Whore appeared, the true enemy of the farm, hated by all, built like Master Splinter if he had diabetes. "Gimps, now's our chance!" A war cry, a charge. Rat Whore barely had time to squeak before the whole farm came down on him, fists flying, boots kicking. The rats, the Gimps, even Gimp Fagman looked up from his petrol long enough to throw a punch. When the dust settled, Rat Whore was gone. The farm stood victorious. James Fagstrong stood in the middle of it all, breathing heavy, watching the inferno rage around him. Pam Sederson stood beside him, beer in hand, scowling. Pam Seterson, Gimps, ruined everything. Henry Gimfagman sat on his quad bike watching, unreadable. King Don't Shoot Metal's one twitched in the background, whispering about enemy flanks, and as the flames roared, the rat screamed, and Henry let out one final victorious burp of gasoline fumes. James realized something. There was no escape. This was his home, his fate, and it always had been, and it always would be, with beer and chaos and Gimps